Hi students, it's me again. I am still talking to you from London. Right now it is about 8 o'clock in the morning, which means it is midnight where you are at, so hopefully all of you guys are fast asleep. So this is the last day of the Innovator Academy, of several days of this academy. And the trippy thing again with the time difference is that by the time that the academy is over for me here, you're going to be going to school. So again, that whole time difference thing is real weird to me. But a few of you guys had some questions, so I wanted to take a few moments to answer your questions and also kind of wish you some good luck today on your assignments. I know you've got a couple big ones due today, so good luck with that. But here are questions. So first, what sites did you see in London? Now, most of the time I have been working and what's called networking, which means interacting with other educators that do similar things, talking about education. But I did have a little bit of time before the academy to go visit a few sites, and what we ended up doing was we a few of us ended up taking like a big red bus tour, and that just was a quick few-hour tour that took us around all parts of London, and we were able to see some of the famous sites like Big Ben. We saw the London Eye. It's like this big Ferris wheel. Also the Tower of London, Westminster Abbey. We were just able to see just kind of quickly all those big sites. We weren't really able to have the time to kind of stop off and see them up more closely, but it was still nice to be able to drive by them and see those sites that are pretty famous for London. All right. Our second question was, did you meet any famous people? So no, I did not meet any famous people. There were lots of plays going around in London, and there are some very famous people that are doing those plays, but I did not meet any of them. Now, I do have to say that as an education person, there were a lot of people that I was really excited to meet that I've been talking to on Twitter for a while about education and schools, but I don't know that any of us are really famous on any sort of level, but it was just kind of nice and kind of a nerdy sort of thing to get to meet some of those people that you've been talking to from a distance for maybe several months or longer than that. All right, another one. What kind of training or fun activities did you do? So we did a lot of what you'd call icebreakers and team building things, or just activities to get you up and thinking and moving. And those were kind of fun. For Avid, I've got a lot of different ideas of some things that we can do in our class, so that should be fun as well. We also did a really interesting activity where we ate an entire apple, so core everything, and that was really trippy because I didn't really think that you could actually eat a whole apple, but kind of the thought behind was that, can you approach things that you have always approached in one way in a different way? So that was a very interesting one. But a lot of the time was led in working on our innovation projects, and we had these sessions that were led by some of the educators that were here and different coaches, and they would lead us through these different sessions that kind of sparked ideas. And then we would go work on our innovation project. So that's probably what we spend most of the time doing. All right, and question number 4, what was your favorite part? I would say there's a lot of favorite parts, but I'm going to try to narrow it down to 2, and I just kind of talked about them real briefly. So far, I've really loved the sessions that are led by the teachers and the coaches that have come. They just have some really great inspirational but also very meaningful approaches to getting us to think about our projects and why we chose those, or how our solutions might change, or how we can approach those solutions in ways previously unthought of. And so that has been really great. Second, I've really enjoyed working on the innovation project and going through that design challenge. So if you're in my Avid class right now, we're doing a 20-time project. So think about the 20-time project just 10 times bigger, and it's kind of like that. And I wish I had this opportunity, this academy, before I had started our 20-time project, because I would have had a lot of ideas for things that we could do to help kind of narrow our questions in, which I know was one of our biggest issues. But working on our projects, basically, and on that design thinking was that, how can we approach this problem that we've thought of in education, how do we solve it, and how do we make sure that the focus is on those users, those people that it's impacting. So mine impacts directly teachers, and indirectly, again, it would then impact students. But how do I make sure that my solution is exactly what those users, those teachers would want and or need? So we've been working on a lot of that over the last couple of days, and today we're going to work on it even more. So I'm excited to kind of narrow down that focus and see where this project is going to lead, because it's already changed a little bit since I've gotten here. All right, and I've got, I think, one more question, and this is a really good question. Are the other teachers at the Academy working in on different projects like you are? So we are all working on completely different projects. There's 36 of us, and that's 36 different projects. And we are all going through that process of creating, or we all found our own problem, and we're all in the process of creating our own solution. And each teacher has a different problem that they discovered and a different solution to it. Some might be a little bit similar in ways, but their approaches to solving it might be very different. Like I said, for myself, my solution is very similar to what it was originally, but it's also evolved, it's grown, it's extended, and it's become larger than what it originally was. And so just like myself, all the other educators are going through this process. And what I did on this blog is I did link off that if you're interested, you can look at some of the other projects and the videos that the other teachers have made about the things that they want to do in education as well. So those were the 5 questions that I picked to go through and to answer. And like I said, this is the last day of the Academy, so I will be back on Monday. I look forward to seeing you guys. I hope you guys have a good day today. Good luck on all those final things that are due, all those assignments you have coming up. And as always, if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me at any time. Have a great day.